Hello, Brad Jaeb with Jaeb Real Estate and Jaeb Innovations Construction. I'm here today to give you the facts on water heaters. The goal of water heater strapping is to make sure that the gas doesn't become disconnected and the water, these water lines, don't become disconnected as a result of the water heater shaking back and forth or back and forth this way or from side to side. In an earthquake, the water heater has the potential to move any direction, and according to the code, you need it strapped against a wall with a 1/4-inch bolt into a stud and strapped from a third in the middle third, so a third from the bottom and a third from the top. And there should be no spacing between the water heater and the wall. There should be a positive connection. In this situation, they do have a spacer, but just imagine what would happen if the water heater moved off that spacer. If there's a spacer in the middle of the water heater and it shifts to one side, all of a sudden now the extra movement is able to really allow this thing to tear loose. There we have the danger of disconnecting the gas or the water. In this particular instance, the right repair would be for the spacer to be a horizontal piece of wood that is easy to install. If you just put the piece of wood on top of these and find a common stud that you can screw into the spacer so that it never comes dislodged in the middle of a shaker or an earthquake. So you should put a spacer at about the same places the water heater is strapped. It's very easy if you just set the spacer on them and screw them in. It's important that we take every precaution not to have the water or the gas disconnected in an earthquake. And if this water heater does shake and does move back and forth, in this particular instance, we have a rigid connection to the water heater, and this has a potential to break, as opposed to a very commonly used solution for this, which is a flexible conduit. Here's another example of a water heater that has flex lines and very, very poor strapping, because it's not connected. It can move around very easily in all directions. Has no strapping on the bottom. And these are plumbing straps. This is called plumber's tape. So our fix in this situation would be get rid of the plumber's tape and put a recommended strap with a 1/4-inch lag bolt a third of the way down the water heater with a positive connection. So we would put a piece of wood in here nailed against these studs and run the strap around the water heater and come into that wall where there's also the proper spacing with wood against the water heater so that it's held firmly in both directions. This has been today's fact on how to get it right around the house. With Jaeb Real Estate, your San Mateo County real estate team.